my wonderful Scorpios. How are you today? I hope you're having a very good afternoon, morning, evening, night, whatever it is that you're watching this. Today we're going to do like a monthly check-in. It's just going to give us kind of an overview of the month of March to see what kind of energy or what kind of things we should be mindful of. So I'm going to lay out the cards and then we will get to your reading. So let's see. Oh, interesting. Oh. Scorpio. Oh. 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 Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Scorpio. This card right here shows you, it's a reflection of yourself, basically. It shows you where you are at the beginning of the month. For you, you have the Justice card. And one of the things that always strikes me about the Justice card is balance. So you may have been working on creating more of a balanced life for yourself, or you could be focused on any kind of, I know everyone says it, but this can indicate legal matters. It can indicate like if you're going to court, you could be going to court in March. For that matter, you could be a lawyer to where this is your focus. Your focus is on justice. This is just kind of like a little snapshot into yourself at the beginning of March. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking fairly good, actually. So we have balance here. So let's move on to card number 2, the theme of the month. Wow, that is the Knight of Cups. Interesting. So typically the Knight of Cups represents, he's kind of like the classic romantic, you know, like he will bring you flowers just because, he will serenade you outside of your window. I mean, you know, that kind of almost like ooey gooey, sappy kind of romance. But it also indicates like if you wear your heart on your sleeve too much, right? So you're very open with your emotions. You really need to, your theme is you need to work on your emotions. You could be balanced in life. You could feel very balanced within your life, right? You're like, I've got a good job, I've got a good marriage, I've got my health, but you're neglecting love. So let's move on and let's see what else we can find out about the month of March for you guys, for Scorpio. So we have the theme. Now we have a key goal to pursue. That's the King of Pentacles. That's the Mac Daddy here. That's the guy that you want to end up with. That's the guy I want to end up with. I don't care if he's old or not. But he's very content where he is. He knows his worth. He's been around the block. He's sowed his oats. He has gotten the house that he wanted. He's gotten his dream job. He's very much where he wants to be in life. So he feels very fulfilled. He feels like he's not really lacking in any aspect. So he's abundantly overflowing. But in other aspects, he's doing fine as well. So that's definitely a key goal to pursue. I think that's something we could all pursue, not just, you know, in one particular month. That's definitely something that I'd pursue any month of the year. So are you having trouble seeing the end picture? Are you just kind of seeing this line that's before you, Scorpio? It could be that you're not, almost like you don't think that it could be for you. So let's see, what about the next one? An obstacle to overcome. The 3 of Wands. Are you waiting for something to manifest? Are you just kind of standing there looking out of your window going, man, I wish XYZ would change. I wish that I could get married. I wish that I could, you know, have a better job. You know, whatever it is that is on your mind, you're just standing here waiting for it to come back to you. It doesn't feel like you have put anything out there so that you can progress forward. It's just kind of like you're in a bit of a leeway here, because this is something to overcome. Typically, you're waiting to see your ship come in, right? So you have started a new venture, and when you see this, you're like, yes, it's almost here, it's almost come back to me. But with this being an obstacle, it can mean that you're too rooted on the spot. You are not quite to the point of just staring off into dreamland and going, man, this is what I'd like to manifest. Because the wands are fire energy. It's very much about manifestation. But it's like you're not putting in the action here. This is stagnant. And if you're stuck here, if this is your obstacle, you've got to overcome this stagnant energy to where you're moving towards what you want to manifest. You're moving towards what you want to accomplish. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a major accomplishment. Yeah, duh, it's the Nine of Pentacles. We like to see the Nine of Pentacles. It makes us very, very happy. So this is satisfaction. You know, your money is coming in. You are really achieving what you want with your abundance, your material wealth, your life. You feel like you've put in a lot of work to reach this point, and you're celebrating, right? So it's very much, I always think of this as kind of like the hearth and home, like, I mean, because if you look here, you see how she's got her pot, and there's this big pentacle in it. I mean, it's filled to the brim. It's overflowing. So her pot is overflowing. She's very much got everything that she's ever worked for. She's content. She's happy. I mean, in this card, she's damn near ecstatic. She's just like, yes, it's finally come in. It's finally happened. I've done it. So March is definitely feeling like it's going to be a good month for you, Scorpio. Wow, your money's going to come in. Your accomplishment, at least, is going to come in. It could be that you get like a promotion or you get a raise, but it doesn't have to be. Whatever it is that you've been working towards, you're gonna see a lot of the fruition come back to you. Okay, so let's look at what to avoid. Now it's getting a little tricky. So what to avoid? We have the Six of Swords in reverse. I always associate this card with travel and moving away from something. But with this being in reverse, you're not freely moving away from it, right? You're having issues with some kind of change. You're holding on to something instead of moving past it and moving on to the next portion of your journey. And normally, she's above her thoughts here. So see how she's controlling these thoughts and she's looking down on them? When it's reversed, the thoughts are above her. So she's weighed down with her thoughts. She's weighed down with the ability that she can't let go of them. So you've really got to avoid kind of going into your shell and resisting change, not really opening to transitions, life transitions. Okay, so for some of you, it could be that you have a birthday in March, and it could be a big birthday. So like 40, 50, could even be like 21, but I got 40, 50, and you're having issues with the fact that your age, basically. You're having issues with where you are in life. That's not going to be for everyone, but for some of you, that's going to be the issue. Okay, so let's move on to what to embrace. Oh, we have the Temperance card in reverse, no less. Of course we do. Really, Temperance? You're gonna do us that way? Can you see him? I love this card. I think it's a very good card. So something to embrace with Temperance. You really need to embrace the ability of not controlling everything. Typically, this card deals with balance. It deals with, blending of energies, being able to basically take mud and turn it into gold. And it's through working with your energies. It's through working with what you're capable of, right? Through balance, through harmony, through being confident with yourself. When it's in reverse though, think of that in the extreme. So instead of being balanced, you're all over the place. You're just like pew, 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 pew. So you really need to embrace your balance. Even though this is in reverse, it's showing that right now you're kind of in an extreme headspace. The fact that you're not able to release your thoughts, whatever these thoughts are that are holding you back, or the fact that you are having issues with releasing the past, tells me that you're going to have to work on that. You're going to have to work on embracing the fact that whatever this is, it's happened, it's who you are. Acknowledge the thoughts, but you've got to let them go. You've really got to embrace the fact that you can't change the past. You can't change the situation, and you just have to learn to live with it. So all things in moderation. Okay, so let's look here. Number 8, where to find support. It's the Hermit reversed. Now, Scorpio, you've got, let's see, out of 9 cards, 3 of them, a third of them are major Arcana cards. So March is going to be a big month for you. So buckle up, buttercups. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So we have the Hermit in reverse. Where to find support. Are you able to look and fully embrace yourself? Are you able to see your own soul's light, your own burning fire within you? Because when the Hermit is upside down, it means that you feel more like a misfit. You don't even feel comfortable within your own skin. You don't feel comfortable going within and analyzing yourself. You have issues with recognizing who you are as a person, recognizing who your authentic self is. You're uncomfortable with it. So Spirit is telling you where to find support, even though you don't believe it, even though it makes you uncomfortable. You're going to have to go within. Your support is yourself. Your support is that voice inside of you that says you can do it. Even though this almost feels like you don't even believe that voice. Spirit says you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can do it, and then you'll be able to do it. But at the moment, you're not embracing the support that's there internally. You're rejecting it. And I get it. I mean, that can be hard because it's sometimes easier to ask someone else, hey, do you really think I could, get that promotion? And hear them say, oh yeah, of course you can, than to rely on yourself. And some people, it's the complete opposite. You're like, I don't believe anybody else. I just believe me. But in this case, for those of you that are having trouble believing yourself, believing your higher intuition, Spirit says you need to look inward for support. Okay, and the last one. Advice and encouragement. Woohoo! We have the 7 of Swords. Now, normally, I think of this as kind of like deception. Someone possibly could be trying to cheat you. Somebody could be only looking out for themselves, not looking out for you. But this almost feels like Spirit is saying, I love how the crow is like, "Rah, rah, rah," and feathers are flying. This feels more to me like Spirit is talking about swiftness, talking about protecting yourself, being mindful of the people around you. Not to say that they're going to try and cheat you, but be mindful of those around you. I'm going to draw a clarifier on that one because I'm a little hesitant to go any further until I get a clarifier. So, 7 of Swords. Oh, well, okay. So, do you feel like someone close to you is not being truthful? Spirit is saying be mindful of those thoughts that can sneak in to where you are, these people love you. And this is very much a contented family, a contented relationship. But if you start picking at it, you know how crows, well, birds in general will like pick. This is almost like your thoughts are picking at it. Well, this can't be true. This can't be for me. This can't be right. Something's off here. If you feel there's something off in the relationship, Spirit says be mindful of that, but don't go out of your way to pick at it. Let them show you who they really are. But Spirit says always trust. See the big moon? Always trust your intuition. It's going to guide you. He's using the moon to guide him in the night. So you need to use your intuition. And that's something that you're having trouble doing. You're having trouble really accepting that part of yourself. And you need to work on it, because it's not going to lead you astray. You just need to believe in it. Okay, so let's see. I would like to clarify let's do the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups here. Why is of Cups here? Why? Oops. Okay. Oh my. So, oh my goodness. Okay, Scorpio, are you thinking about the past? A past relationship, there's a past memory here that you were really, you're really focusing on. So with this card being the theme, Spirit wants you to remember the past. Remember how you felt when you were a child, and your family and your friends all felt like this huge ring of support. Don't lose that. Don't lose that childlike ability to trust. I mean, because this almost feels like you're having issues with trust. There's some kind of deception, right? Something is causing your needle to go beep, 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 beep. Something's off. But Spirit wants you to remember, even though something may, and I write that big here, may be going on, do not let that cause you to miss out on any future relationships of any sort, whether it's romantic, platonic, family, it doesn't matter. So your focus needs to be on childlike innocence, love, looking back on the past with fondness. This really does feel, now that I've got that, this definitely feels more like somebody is having issues with their family. And it could be like a parent, like a mother or father. Although I think this is two women. So it could be a mother, and it's caused them to have doubt within themselves. They're not good enough. They can't handle things. They can't do things. But Spirit says, that issue is not your issue. That issue is your parents' issue. They're the ones that are going to have to answer to that, not you. Okay, so one more clarifier. Let's do the Justice card. Where are you, Scorpio? So Justice. That one was going to fall out there. Okay, so this one fell out. It's the Two of Wands. That's a very interesting combination. So the Two of Wands is about planning your future, looking ahead, keeping your eye focused to the next part of the journey, progressing forward. It can even mean you coming to a decision like, am I going to go out in the world and do what I really want to do? Am I going to stay in my big comfy home where I'm nice and safe and nothing ever changes? So, Spirit is saying that, yes, you are balanced. You are very much the type person that straight and narrow. So you never get into trouble. You always do what's right. You always you always play the game by the rules, right? You never deviate. You never cheat. You never veer off. Spirit says that's good, but sometimes you have to make a decision. Are you going to stay where you're comfortable but you're not progressing? Or are you going to move forward where you're progressing but you're not comfortable? And I think this has to do, especially now that I see this. I mean, look at this. She's looking this way. She's looking at the Nine of Cups, which could be very much could be a person. Maybe you let someone go in the past that you wish you hadn't have. because, you know, your parents didn't approve, your parents wanted you to finish school, yada, yada, yada. It could be anything. But this definitely feels like you're looking at what you love. And the fact that you used to love this tells me that it's inside of you. You're not going to let it go. And you're fighting it. That's why you're fighting. You don't want to look inside, because if you look inside, it hurts. It hurts a lot because it reminds you of this. So Spirit is saying that, man, Scorpio, I was hoping that when 2020 ended, like 2021 was going to get a lot better. This doesn't feel that way. So far, everyone's had a heavy month. So Scorpio, you really have to make a decision. And this is going to help you start making that decision. In March, this is where you want to be, right? You want to head towards, this is kind of like a goal, right? And yes, this can mean wealth, but in your case, this, to me, this feels more about stable, being stable emotionally. Because you got 2 cards where you were looking out. You're looking for something. You are looking for something. And you haven't found it. This was the closest that you ever got, but you haven't found it. So you're really going to have to do some soul journeying in March, because that's the only way you're going to be able to really feel like you have the life that you want, that you have managed to get everything out of life that you wanted. Man, Scorpio, this is heavy. This really is heavy. Spirit has a lot to say to you. Spirit doesn't want you to give up either. Spirit says, you know, it's all part of the journey. This too will change. We're constantly moving from, you know, light to dark, bad times, good times. It's always, you know, fluid and it's fluctuating. Don't give up. Scorpio, I hope you got something out of this reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and ding that bell notification. It lets you know when I upload new videos. Thank you so much for spending time on my channel with me today, and I'll see you next time.